So today I'm going to be answering the most asked questions I get about raising a vegan child. So here I am explaining my reasoning about why I'm raising my child vegan and answering any questions I've received recently, because I get quite a lot of questions. Aren't you forcing him to be vegan? Well, yes, I am forcing him to be vegan. Similarly as to how other people are forcing their children to eat meat. Realistically, as a parent, you feed your children what you eat. If that means you're forcing them, then that means you're forcing them. I was raised a meat eater. I ate meat for all of my childhood up until about the age of 14 when I went vegetarian. So I could quite simply say I was forced to eat meat growing up because now I'm a vegan. So technically, yes, I'm forcing him, but also technically I'm just giving my kid the food that I deem healthy enough to eat to him. That makes sense. Another big question I get, always get it, and people just assume this to be the thing that's just definitely going to happen. What will you do at some point in the future? Ellis will turn around to me and say, "Mum, I want to eat meat." Well, I will do what I will do. I don't know right this very second what I can do because I'm not there. It might not ever happen. People just assume it's definitely going to happen. The thing is though, I understand that it's more likely to happen because his peers probably maybe will eat meat and animal products. So it's a possibility that it could happen. But then my other argument would be, but if I educate him how I believe to be correct, explaining where meat comes from, showing him animals in their happy environment. I'm not going to scare him to death, don't worry, but I'm going to be explaining how meat is produced and what dairy and eggs are. So I will be educating him in the whole meat industry, in the animal agriculture industry. So I'd like to think that the education will help him make the decisions in the future not to eat animal products. If he so chooses to in the future, there's nothing I can do about that, much like my parents had no say in me going vegan. What can you do? I guess the question could also be reversed if I said to a meat eater, what will you do in the future if your child wants to be vegan? You just have to live and learn. You could turn around and say, get out of my house, I'm never going to speak to you again, or that's stupid, you shouldn't do that. Or you can just be like, well, we'll just have to figure out then what we're going to do. What I will say though, on the other side of that, is that as a vegan, if Ellis came home saying he wants to eat meat or dairy or what have you, I will not make it, I won't buy it, and I won't cook it in my house. So if he does want to eat an animal product, he will have to do it outside of the house, simply because I don't want it in my house, which I think is fair enough. It's my house. So yeah, I'm not going to banish him, don't worry, but I'm simply just going to say, if you want to eat McDonald's, chicken burger, beef burger, what have you, do it in your own space, but don't do it under my roof. Which I think is fair enough. What will you do when Ellis goes to school? I will tell the school my son is vegan. That's what I'll do. Ellis is currently at nursery and I have told the nursery he is vegan. I have given them a list of things he does not eat and they have been incredibly helpful. They have a whole section of food that's just for him. Again, it's similar to if a kid has an allergy to something, the school has to accommodate to an allergy, much like the school has to accommodate to vegetarians. So it's no different to anything else. If the school can't accommodate, then we can manage a packed lunch, but realistically, veganism is not unheard of, especially in 2021. Let's be serious. There are more of us about these days. So if a school can't accommodate, then that's the school's problem, not mine. And again, if Ellis's peers eat meat and Ellis wants to try it, then that's his business. He can do what he wants. I'm not a dictator of his life, but I will tell the school he is vegan and the school will have to accommodate. There's literally nothing I can do apart from tell the school. And down that same route of schools, it's also the question of like what we do at birthday parties and staying over a friend's house and things like that. There's literally nothing more I can do than explain to other people what our diet is. So at birthday parties, for example, again, I will bring something for Ellis. I won't just assume people to make vegan stuff. I don't think that's fair. So I could make a cake. I can give the parent who's hosting the party some vegan cake to give to Ellis. There's plenty of things to do. It's not going to be the end of the world if Ellis accidentally or on purpose eats a sausage roll or a cheese stick you know, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to get angry, I'm not going to shout. Things will happen, mistakes will happen, things on purpose will happen, experimenting will happen. Nothing I can do about it. I will just make sure I tell everyone that I can that he is vegan, so they can try and accommodate. Most people want to accommodate their, you know, people. If my son has a best friend who is allergic to, I don't know, soy, I wouldn't go, no, don't invite him round, I can't eat anything. You just go, okay, well, what can we make for you? You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be, and if the parent does have a problem with him being vegan, then that's the parent's fault. So be it. Realistically, the parent's not a very nice person if the parent can't be bothered to make changes for their child's friend. Also, people have also said to me that Ellis will get bullied for being vegan in school. I don't know who's going to be the ones bullying my child. Is it your kids? Are you raising bullies? Like, what a weird thing to say. The question I don't get so much anymore, but I did when I was pregnant and when Ellis was very small, is breast milk vegan? Because people are so sure that breast milk is not vegan, and they think that when you have a baby as a vegan, you're not going to breastfeed because breast milk isn't vegan, and so your child's going to live off soybeans and then die by the age of 2 months old. Well, let me tell you something. Breast milk is vegan. It is the most vegan item on the planet. Breast milk is something that you give to your child with the consent from yourself. That is where the dairy industry isn't vegan, because you aren't asking for consent from the cow to use her milk. So that's why it's not vegan. And people could say, oh, the cow has given me consent. No, it hasn't. Don't be stupid. You're not Dr. Dolittle. So whereas my breast milk that I produce for my son was vegan to give to him at the time when I was breastfeeding, which I'm not anymore. So yes, breast milk is vegan, it's 100% vegan. And obviously there is the breast milk donor program. I never took part in it because I didn't need to, and I didn't produce enough to donate. But again, if I produce enough milk to be able to donate to someone who needed breast milk, that is also vegan, because I'm giving my milk away willingly. No one is forcing me to breastfeed another child. So yes, breast milk is 100% vegan. Anyone says that breast milk isn't vegan doesn't know what they're talking about. Where is Ellis getting all his nutrients from? So, as I mentioned in my previous video about me being vegan, Ellis gets all his nutrients from food. He gets everything he needs from food that we give him. The couple of things we do supplement, a few things, simply because for peace of mind for me. So we will put B12 nutritional yeast on pasta and things like that to make sure he's getting enough B12. We also do drops of omega 3, 6 and 9, DHA. I'll leave the link to where we got the product from below, because it was something I was worried about when we were weaning Ellis. I cannot stress enough how important omega 3, 6 and 9 is in your child's diet, vegan or non-vegan. So please make sure you are supplementing it either way. Again, this is something where we have a bit of an argument between vegans and non-vegans, because non-vegans will say you can't raise a child vegan because they're missing out on these nutrients and they're going to end up with all sorts of illnesses. But then the argument against that on the vegan side, in my opinion, is there are so many people out there that are deficient in all sorts of nutrients who eat everything, but they don't eat the foods that have the nutrients in they need. So for example, omega 3, 6 and 9, I believe, is in eggs and fish. There's plenty of people I know out there that don't like eggs or fish, and they eat everything else. So tell me where their child is going to get those nutrients if they're not eating them. So that's why I just think, just supplement stuff, because quite frankly, better safe than sorry as far as I'm concerned. And yes, there's plenty of people out there that aren't eating the correct diets but will still judge vegans for not eating everything else. So yeah, we supplement omega 3, 6, 9, we supplement B12, and we also will use Oatly milk, which has iodine in it for Ellis as well. Iodine, again, is a tricky little thing that's not as easy to get as I would like, which is perfect. And also Oatly milk also has some calcium in it. You can get calcium in vegetables, but I like to put it, I'm glad it's in the milk as well, especially how Ellis is currently going through the food aversion and not eating as much as I would like him to eat. Good old toddlers for you who just don't eat anything healthy. If I've missed anything off, I don't think I have. I will leave a link to all the supplements we give Ellis below. There's not millions of them, it's just making sure that he is getting everything he needs. Again, the NHS also recommends we supplement vitamin D. We started the supplement from the NHS recommendations for all children under the age of 5. Doesn't matter on the diet. We started the supplements when Ellis was, I think, 3 months? Maybe younger. The NHS give everyone these little drops that you're meant to give your kid. So we put that in his porridge every morning just to make sure he's getting all the nutrients. And I think that is everything. I think I've answered all the questions I get mostly about raising a vegan child. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll answer them as best as I can. I'm not looking for a debate. I'm not looking for you to tell me how raising a child vegan is wrong or unhealthy, because as far as I'm concerned, my child is in the 98th percentile. He isn't even 2 yet, and he weighs over 2 stone. He's very healthy, very active. He started speaking. He's as healthy as can be. He's no different to his peers who eat animal products. So yeah, we are happy with what we are doing. We don't think what we're doing is unhealthy. If for any minute I thought what we were doing with Ellis was unhealthy, I would make some changes. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and follow me on Instagram as well if you fancy it. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.